All due respect to Brother Malcolm, Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq really, takes the overall command of the Muslim warriors, then until today. No.
Yeah.
But Malcolm, because actually, neither, and I'm not going to be able to use them both actually as well. But Malcolm X became Muslim and went more into the political arm. He really was about the masses, being able to captivate, large. Yeah, but it's because of, again, if you understood Malcolm X, he came from a torn family. He went into the foster system. He winds up, ditching, breaking out of high school. He never graduated from high school. What does he do? He gets an odd job, and he is involved in, hustling. He's involved in, robbery, and the other one, it was more, the burglaries that they were doing, right? He was a peddler, meaning that he sold dope or drugs, whichever one. He was a pimp also, right? So he got caught, and he was placed in prison. And in prison, they had started to really propagate for Elijah Muhammad and Master Fard Muhammad. So they were able to get to Malcolm through that, and a lot of people still are getting that in prison anyway. But to make a long story short, he was a very submissive and a very obedient follower of his teacher. You understand? Not only that, but he was also very loyal, and he was extremely disciplined. So these are all qualities that really, if placed in the right direction, or, under the right circumstances, they really will excel or help the individual to excel.
Yeah.
But the point of the matter, nevertheless, is that what he had accepted to be Islam on face value, it turned it out to be what he later on rejected as being Islam at face value.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So then what Malcolm X had already succeeded in doing was attracting a lot of attention. You understand that Malcolm, during the time of his rise in the Nation of Islam, which I believe was was it 12 years or 14 years? I'm trying to think. So he was assassinated in 65.
Yeah.
And he left the nation 3 years prior to that. So he must have left the nation in 62. He was 62. Okay, so 62 sounds fair and square, and he was in prison for 12 years.
Wow.
So, because of his rise, and when I say rise, one thing about the Nation of Islam is that it really wasn't organized, particularly from a imagery standpoint of view. The image, they're really about it. And Malcolm having these qualities, reading the Bible, being really studious, looking back into history. He wants to know all about the white man, because now it's the white man is the devil, and if you understand the characteristics and the norms to the white man and the traits of the white man and the actions and the deeds of the white man, then you'll get this blah, 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 blah. You understand what I'm saying? So he really did rise in their ranks, going from just, selling papers or whatever to being the national spokesperson for the organization. So it was a very thriving organization, numbers-wise, specifically and particularly at that point. You understand? So, he had managed to get a lot of people into the nation, and he was traveling around the country and doing this and that, whatever, what have you. When he left the Nation of Islam, he really did not fully leave that, spokesperson personality and charismatic ability or, a vehicle that he had all along. He just kept it, And so what he really wanted to do at that point was to really politicize, the cause of Negroes in America. He wanted to make sure that it was brought up to the level of international dialogue and suited to be right there at the United Nations to discuss means and ways that are going to guarantee the security and the safety of the Negro. That's what it was about at that time. Now, was that enough to warrant his assassination? Because of the fact, that's what the main thing is. Like, he had to be taken out because, he knew too much. He was going to say too much. Is it or isn't it, But he did, this is the thing. Big tip. I told you I had a big tip from you. Big tip. Malcolm studied the entire dictionary in prison. Did you know that?
Nah, I have not.
Hey, there you go. So you got to remind your brother of that, right? So far, I've given you a very, very, very big tip. And I'm positive, just keep reading because actually his uncle, my elder brother, learned he retained his English and his other languages that way. He just kept reading books, read books. He would read a lot of books and that's how he would. Big tip, right?
Yeah.
Big tip. All right. Where's your mom?
I think she's in her room.
All right. Where's your brother?
He's right here.
Let me speak to that guy.
Mm-hmm. So.
Nene.
Oh.
I will send you the book when you get the book. I will send you the first video, and I will send you the book. But when you just start listening to the videos, if you just start listening. So when you get the book, you can read. It's all about reading. But if you take this thing, inshallah, in 2 months, you'll be very, very, proficient, at least, if not advanced in English. But you have to take it very seriously. Every day, one video a day, it's 45 minutes, but you have to listen to it, the whole thing, the whole video, listen to it. If you have the book, you can, listen to the audio on the YouTube, and you're looking at the thing. But every day also, as much as you have a chance, read to your brother, read to your sister, read to your mom. Every day, at least one paragraph, you try to read to them, or them, like, Muhammad to read to you. Like that, you're going to start to really pick it up, inshallah. So I have to figure out when to get you a thing. When to get you the book. But that book is 700 pages. But the good thing is that you don't have to go through 700 pages. You just have to go through 500 pages, and it's all on the video. It's all on the YouTube. And it's a total of 50 videos. So 50 videos, 45 minutes each, a total of 500 and some odd pages. But if you get that one, if you follow it, I don't see how you would not be good in reading. I don't see how you will not be good in understanding the content of those pages. Even 300, even half of that will excel you greatly. That will excel you greatly in your vocabulary. Inshallah, you'll see a big difference, a big change, a big shift, Very important situation, Like Malcolm X, I was telling your brother, I read his biography, twice. that did a lot, to help, give me some courage to even go and apply at a high school level, After not having any English since, third or fourth grade. I left English in fourth grade. And so when I went to Islamic, for Islamic studies, I took very, very basic English at a very, very low level at that time, And so I had not taken any English for at least 7 years, no English. For 7 years, no English. And then in the Gambia, you're looking at another, another 4 years, you get 4 years, no English. Well, in Gambia, other than, but no English studies, just the Quran, Arabic studies mainly, So stick with the Quran, hold on to the Quran. And remember that your grandmother only left 1,400 currency, but mainly al-Islam for her progeny. She said, I want my final wish and testament is that my children follow al-Islam and hold on to the Quran. This is it. So, but anyway, inshallah. But we will, we will continue to pick it up from there, inshallah.